Welcome to the Evolution of Self. I'm your host, Isabel Palacios, and this is the Taking Back Your Power podcast. Hello, my beautiful angels, and welcome back to another episode of Taking Back Your Power. I'm so grateful for you to be here, and in today's episode, I want to make this for those of you who are struggling, who are going through a hard time. Maybe life hasn't been going your way for a little while or a long time. Maybe you're suffering from loss or feeling lost or feeling like you have no hope, that things just continue one thing after another, whether it's financial issues or family relationships, all of that. I want you to feel like you can be in a safe space right now, where you can turn off all the outside noise, all the things that have been difficult for you, kind of step back from all that. And I'm not here to tell you what to do or what you have to do to change your life. I think that there's a lot of that already out there. But to remind you that this is not the end for you, that this is not the end of your story, that this does not define you or your life, and that there is so much waiting for you in the future. And even though this is the season right now where you're struggling, maybe you're grieving, maybe you've lost something, and you're looking and looking, you're exhausted, you're exasperated, it's okay to rest. It's okay to take time right now, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, a week, a month. It's okay to take time for you. There's a lot going on right now in the world, and I know there's a lot going on right now in people's personal lives. So be aware that you're not alone in what you're going through. Although it may seem when you look out into the outside world or you get on your phone and you scroll social media, although it may seem like everyone else is living a happy, fabulous life and you may not be, just know that that's not the truth. We are all dealing with our own battles, whether silent, whether public, whether they're battles that people don't see or people are very much privy to. We're all dealing with stuff, and we're all dealing with it in our own ways. Some of us hide those things. Some of us show what it is. We trauma dump online. Some people are only showing their highlight reels and all the good stuff. But I'm here to remind you that no matter what's going on in your life or in the external world or in other people's lives or what other people are showing, it does not mean that you do not have a bright future or that you're not going to get out of whatever situation you are in right now. The only constant that we have in life is that it's temporary, that how you were born is not how you will be when you die, or what happened last year is not the exact same thing happening this year. We change, we grow, we get older. The only constant of life is change. Now, I want you to take the concept of change, which a lot of people would view it as something negative or scary. Take the concept of change and use it to better your life and to keep moving forward. Use it as your motivator, because just as your circumstances may not be the best right now, they can change. And that should be a source of comfort. Whatever it is that you've been going through or you've gone through in the past, maybe something from the past just won't leave you alone and it keeps showing up and you're exasperated, you're tired. Know that you can change. And when you change, your circumstances change. I also believe that our struggles and our difficulties are not to limit us or to break us, but to simply show us what we are capable of enduring. They show us that we are actually way stronger and more resilient than we ever thought. Our struggles don't define us, but they sure show us what does define us. And they show us our positive qualities as well as our negative qualities. But they show us so much about ourselves. And I think that's just what this generation needs, is not to fall into victimhood, but to instead feel what it's like to triumph over the difficulties, to alchemize the difficulties, to turn a rock into a diamond. And I believe that's what you can do with whatever difficulty you're going through right now. Know that God won't put you in a storm unless you can get through it, and God will guide you through it. Even if you don't feel God, even if you don't see God, even if you don't believe in God, God is guiding you through these moments. And it's in those moments of silence, of stillness, of not doing anything and just being you, that you feel the divine at work. And sometimes the divine will show up in ways that you never even thought were possible. But what's important is that whatever you're going through right now, you keep going. You do not stop. You do not build a house in your pain. You do not build a house in whatever forest that you are in. It's okay to cry. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel. But do not build a house in these emotions. Do not stay there. How many of us know people who have given up in life and they just accepted their fate? You by no means, listening to this right now, do not accept any fate. You can change. You can grow. You can change your life and align your life with the path of God. You can keep moving forward and create a life you never even thought was possible. I think that has been the biggest thing for me in my own life, is that life is full of surprises. Some of them are bad and some of them are scary and some of them are sad, but they're also beautiful surprises. But what you cannot do is fall victim to anything and not let a present circumstance or something temporary to permanently affect you. You have to have a mindset to keep moving forward, one foot in front of the other. It's not scaling a mountain in one day. Get 1 foot out of bed, 1 foot out of the chair, just 1 foot moving forward, keeping the momentum going. And when I say keeping the momentum going, I don't mean that you have to constantly be doing, or going after things. No, it just means that you are not building a house. You're not staying stagnant where you are. And it's okay if sometimes you take 1 step forward and then you have to take 3 steps back. It's okay. That's part of the dance of life. Sometimes that's going to happen, but it doesn't have to define you. One day you will look back on this time of your life and you will be so grateful that you kept moving forward. You will be so grateful that you didn't let somebody stop you. You didn't let external circumstances stop you. But the biggest thing is not to let the past continuously get in your way. Stop looking back. Only look forward. One thing I've really learned in my life is that God is not going to lead you into something without leading you through it and having something even greater on the other side. God will test you, and there will be times where you are tested. But as you move through those things that you were tested in, you grow so much. You learn so much about yourself. That's the message I really want to send home today, is that as you are struggling, learn about yourself. Tell yourself, if I could make it through this, I can make it through anything. And that is true. You are a lot stronger and a lot more intelligent and a lot more capable than you give yourself credit for. Think of all the things your ancestors went through to be where you are right now. Even if you're not in the best place right now, this is not the end for you. Not only in my experience, but I'm sure you can find somebody who once hit rock bottom and thought that there was no way out. Yet they took one little step forward every single day, and eventually they got out of whatever situation they were in, whether it was heartbreak, whether it was financial difficulties, whether it was health issues, you have to realize the power of your mind and your spirit. So stop making yourself small. Stop making yourself weak. You are not weak. You are not a failure. You have a beautiful, bright future ahead of you, and you are wasting your potential feeling sorry for yourself or feeling upset. I do not want you to waste your potential. I want you to grow through this, especially if you're younger. I don't care. Actually, I don't even care how old you are. It can be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Keep going. God loves you. God knows your value. God created you and formed you, set you apart since before you were born. And I always say you are not an accident. Your life is not an accident. Your life is a huge miracle. The fact that you are alive, the fact that you are breathing, the fact that you can listen to this podcast or watch this podcast, the fact that you have a device in your hand that allows you to do so, that is a miracle. And when you start seeing the miracle of life, you will see the miracle of the struggle that you're going through and the miracle of the fact that no matter all these things you have gone through, you are still here, you are still breathing. And tomorrow's never promised, but we do have today. And today, you can choose in which direction you want to go. You can either move forward or you can keep going back. But ultimately, what you decide is up to you, not anyone else. I love you so much. God loves you so much. You are precious, you are valuable. And just know that if you are listening right now, I pray that whatever has been heavy on your heart or on your soul or on your mind, that you are released from it, that you are free of it, and that a heavenly supernatural peace overcomes your body right now. And just know that good things are coming. Thank you so much for tuning in, my angels. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day or night whenever you are listening to this. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to join me for another episode of Taking Back Your Power. Bye-bye.